Hello, I'm Enzo, and today I'll be playing more Oxygen Not Included. So I did quite a bit of work in between episodes, as you guys can probably see here. I basically started work on the industrial brick. The main thing that would take all the time is this massive block of temp shift plates. This is just used to even the heat around in here. I also got all this done, hooked up the copper wire plating. Everything's good. I also did get one more duplicate, I believe. He doesn't need duplicates, so he shouldn't be able to run that fast. Gid Lucion Devluke. He has a lot of rocket piloting. Yeah, that's his main skill. He has... Oh, it is not shown here? That's odd. I thought it would show. Hmm. Right, he just has a bunch of piloting. Alright, that's really weird. But anyways, the big thing right now is just waiting for duplicates to get all the heavy watt conductive wire up. Actually, I should see. I do have at least one mechatronics here, right? Two? Yeah. So they're gonna get all that done. And I'll see you guys back when this is all finished and we're vacuuming out the place. Alright, so we're back and they finished all of the gas pumps. Now time to start it all up. I think... Well, I guess I'll have to have that on, but it should be fine. I don't know if the power draw is going to be too great or something. Yeah, this is obviously going to have to be reworked because this doesn't provide me with enough power. And I don't think it's not enough steam. I think it's just like a temperature thing. I mean, I think. Still pretty hot in there. I don't know. Steam turbines just hate me. I'm either gonna have to like, I can't speak. Build like another whole thing here, or build a petroleum boiler, or even a sour gas boiler, like I was talking about. Man, I can't speak today. Yeah, it's definitely not cutting it power-wise. Almost 2 kilowatts. I will have batteries in here that'll probably be like the middle layer, but yeah. It's not good if we want to run like a glass forge and a metal refinery at the same time, and a plastic press. Because this is all going to go into here, basically. So it's going to take just a bit to, you know, vacuum out. I forgot to put one here. I might also use the existing pipeline. And also in between episodes, I'll show it in a second once I've gotten this done. Up over here, I've been shipping stuff. I'm shipping more stuff now. I shipped all of the iron from Aurora over here, and they produce more. I'm shipping all of the eggshells, and eventually, once I finish this little project that I'm working on over here, fossil as well. I have way more than that. Duplicants basically come down here, they pick up all the fossil. They're going to move it up here. This is like a little place I designed to cool stuff. Since I literally have infinite heat dilution here, it's free too, which is even nicer. I can just cool all this down as I need it, which also cools this area, which also produces iron. All you have to get is rust and salt, which I have plenty of. Especially because of all the brine I'm sending here. Which I had all going into here, but it's getting a little too hot. I can't just have these open anymore. They have to be in their own little containers. Kind of weird, but once I finish it, you guys will understand. Back in Stinkor, though, we should be about done with this. It's down to milligrams. Yeah, it's a slow process. Down here, on the other hand, everything's looking good. Ooh. Yeah, I'm really gonna have to figure out a solution for this. I think sour gas is gonna have to be the answer, but that's far future stuff. I might even just have to go to petroleum boiler. I'm not really good with stuff like that, like petroleum boilers and stuff, or sour gas boilers even, but yeah. We have the oil to do it, that's for sure. We make 15, 16, maybe even kilos a second. Alright, it's getting a little hot up here, and if it gets too hot, the water's going to boil, which would be a mess. I'm going to skip ahead once I've balanced everything out here. And so we actually have a printable right after I stopped. 7 machinery, can't attack, which is actually not bad. Stylish and green thumb. I don't really need new duplicates. The pilot was just good. I will take a lot of line though. That is what I need right now. I'll continue, go back to work. And so now it's almost aired out. This has basically just been a gigantic failure, and now it's just a hot mess that I'm gonna have to fix somehow later. But that's for later. For now, this place is empty. It means I have the fun task of deconstructing all the pipes and probably all the power wire, because it's not supposed to be all the way up there. So I'll get all that done real quick. And so now that everything's been deconstructed, the fun can kind of begin. So for machines that we're going to have to put in here, well, we need a lot of stuff. Thermo Aquatuner is going to be one, but I can live without it for a while. One of the most important ones is it's refinement, metal refinery. The most important building in here. And how this is going to work, let's see. Copper should work just fine. And it's going to be radiant. It's going to go like that. Now normally I would have a bunch of these in my main base. I have like a really neat setup with all of these. And I've actually been thinking of going back to my main base sometime to save it, because it's kind of failing horrifically. So that might be like a future series if I get bored of Spaced Out. Let's see if that's done. Over here we're going to put a pitcher pump. No. We're going to put... What am I going to put here? Wait. We're going to put a pump. Yes, it can be iron. Normal pipes are fine. This is going to be our input pipe. Let's be down here. This is where we're going to feed oil into this. I could do petroleum. But I don't really want to. So that would mean I'd have to break that open, and I already have the oil here. So go up to 751, but I do have copper radiant pipes, and it's all the way, so it should hopefully be fine. Now I'm probably gonna have to make more metal refineries, but for now we just need one, at least. This is kind of gonna get the whole process around here started. Now, I was originally gonna have the middle layer made out of batteries, but I think I'll do bottom layer, because this is basically a starter layer. So they do have to be out of steel too, so Well, this will be all making all of our steel, so. Let's see, yeah, we can only do. Actually works out perfectly too. Awesome. And then we'll have a few pitcher pumps down here as well. These will bring in all of our water. Or, I think I'll probably do brine. Yeah, I have way more brine than I could ever use. Now, there are some buildings that do emit steam, like the polymer press. And, you know, that just gives you more steam in your place. I'd have to check my main base, but I think there's at least a few dozen kilograms of steam per tile. And it is a massive, massive industrial brick. Like, it's probably about that big somewhere. Because this is like, I don't know, 2/3 the size of a normal colony, I think. Don't quote me on that. But it's a big industrial brick. I definitely need to get back to that world soon. I guess I'm also going to need a makeshift generator battery setup with wire. So yeah, I'll fast forward and yeah, I'll see you guys when I'm ready. We appear to have a printable. Let's see what it is. Nutrient bars, hatchlings, both bad yeah, both bad duplicates. I mean, that's a really good skill to have if they weren't unconstructed. I'll take the hatchling eggs. I think. I don't really know because there's no like droppers in here, so they'll just spawn and eat everything. And it's not worth the hassle. I'll just food maybe, yeah. Nutrient bars. Alright, back to work. Alright, so now that we've cleared everything up, well, hopefully I should get some oil in here. Crude oil, come on. I was gonna do like infinite steel, but I can't. I was gonna say couldn't and can't. But I can't because I don't have refined carbon. And I don't really want to heat this place up anymore. Because this is kind of connected to the whole place now. So I can just do some like iron orders, I guess. We do have a few batteries already. That going. Where's my oil? Oh, there it is. Thank you. Really? Are you kidding me? Duplicants. Why? Why would you give me a 120 packet? I was just hoping, you know, this would all go very simple. And we could have, you know... Instead, we're gonna have to have... We're gonna have to do it like this. So that's one. Oh, great. Alright, fine. We can do it the Dupkins way. or it's going to take 20 times as long. So apparently no one wants to give me an exact amount of oil. Alright, we just need one more delivery. Alright, you know what? We might actually be fine here. Turn off that. Alright, so we have 7, 4, 800 kilograms perfectly awesome. Now, it's very important that you, well, if you're building something like this, you have to deconstruct the liquid bridge. I'll keep that, I'll disable that. So I'm probably gonna need oil for something else in here for more metal refineries. But if you don't have the, or if you do have the liquid bridge, it will actually transfer heat through that. It's happened to me in other designs, and it's really annoying. Alright, so we'll have 2 orders of steel and 5 orders of iron. No, never mind, we won't. Well, because we forgot to put in brine. Actually, while I'm here, I should probably just build another one. The temperature plates also don't reach the edge completely. I think they usually should, but I changed this based off my last design, because my last design they were touching the walls, and over time it does technically transfer heat because of the interaction, and you know, it's kind of just getting hot outside, which I don't really like. Same thing that's kind of happening here. Also, I can't believe this thing's literally struggling to cool itself. Very poor design I made here. At this rate, it's mostly just to try and take any heat out of this biome. So like a bit more, like by a bit I mean quite a bit. Maybe even to the point, well hopefully not to the point where they're flooding these, but they might. Maybe like 100 kilos of tile. Something like that. Everyone on Tapia Lara is just idle because there's nothing to do here. Of course, as I've said before, I'm not going to mess with these biomes yet until it's actually released, which might be the next update. Kind of seems like it could be. I built a little infinite storage here just so I can make as much out of that water as possible. And yeah, it's pretty nice over here. I've been thinking I'm gonna like seal off the rest of the base from this section, hollow it out, and make a rocket area here, like down here, so I can have massive cargo rockets. There's that. Let's see how we're doing over here. Not that well. What happened to all the labor power we had here? How much slime do we have? Not much. Yeah, it's just taking them a while. Alright, I'll do like one delivery on each, then I will start this whole process. It'll be pretty neat, you guys will see. I might... oh. Yeah, that's why they're all bringing stupid... grams. Alright, give me a few seconds. I'm also going to bring in some water. You guys will see why. Alright, so the reason for water is so that we have 2 layers, which means that the liquid can actually touch both and conduct as much heat as possible. Alright, so now that's all done, let's start. Now, I really could do petroleum here. I was just thinking about this. I can make my petroleum boiler everything. It's not that difficult. The only issue I would have is I don't like all the carbon dioxide and polluted water that spits out. That's why I prefer sour gas. It still spits out polluted water and carbon dioxide, but carbon dioxide has its own output, so you don't have to filter it out somehow. And it's usually just hot enough to boil the polluted water instantly. So there are the trade-offs. Of course, like one of the worst machines we have gets the job. This thing is going to heat up really quick, and I hope it's not going to break. I hope. I'll do 10, and I'll fast forward to see if anything breaks. And we have another printable. So let's see. We have aluminum ore, cuisine, crop tending. Meh. Undigging. Yeah, I think I'll just take aluminum. Honestly though, because I think eventually I'll probably just ship everything over here anyway, so I was thinking, is it even really worth it to just print it over there? So it seems to be doing pretty well over here. It's gonna take a long time to heat all of this water into steam, but yeah, it's going, so I'll kind of just cut back when we are done. It's the repetitive process. So while this is still taking a long time, yeah, it's gonna take a while. Here's also a little tip. I made all these radiant liquid pipes out of copper because, you know, that's the most abundant refined metal I have here. But in my normal world, I actually made these the first time out of lead. Here's why I don't do that. If you're using, you know, like petroleum or crude oil, I use petroleum in my main world. Well, as you can see, lead can melt. And since lead also doesn't exactly conduct that much heat compared to copper. Alright, let me move that out of the way for a second. You don't radiate as much heat out of it. I have gotten certain situations where the pipes of which you just melted. So I'd recommend using anything except for lead. Preferably like copper, iron, or gold. Those are go-to metals for me. Yeah, just a small tip. Oh, we have some steam. Not really much. Once it gets up to 220 in here, then the brine will start evaporating. That's what I'm mostly waiting for around here right now. We also have printables, so I'll go check that. Slickster larva. None of that is worth it. It's getting pretty hot up here. I'm also amazed that this thing manages to hold its own. This actually does generate enough power to power both this and this, not simultaneously. It generates about 2 kilowatts a second. It's only really 800 watts. You have to take away the cost of this constantly running. It's pretty amazing still. Hopefully any second we should see these starting to vaporize. Perhaps. It does have to get to around 220. Because if you guys didn't know how this works, is yes, you see the temperature is 217. But how Oxygen Not Included works is everything has to be 2 degrees above or below to state change. And that is because, say you have water that was just on the verge of freezing, the game, it's really bad for the game and your frames especially, if its state changes a trillion times every second. So to prevent that, they kind of did it 2 over or 2 below, based on, whatever it needs to go to. So this has to go to around 220. See, it's at 217 there. It says it evaporates at 217. Well, it's really about 219. So we'll see this in a second, if we're lucky. It takes a while to kind of ramp up the heat at that point. I just have plenty of iron. It's also because all of this is going over here and up here. I'm always thinking, will this be the run that it finally evaporates, or will this be the run? Oh, this is the run. We have salt. Now, I don't know the exact evaporation rate into Steam. I think it might be like 3.5. I'm taking this math based off of the desalinators. So if you get, that's 5 kilos of brine, you get 3.5 kilos of salt water, or normal water. So yeah, probably the exact same ratio here. It's weird that it's taking so long to like expand out. It's just not hot enough in here. Not hot enough yet. Now that we've gotten the actual atmosphere in here, we can start putting more stuff in. I'm gonna build like its own special room down here. I'm gonna have a oil refinery. But yeah, it's gonna have its own little special thing down here. In like an insulated room where it also recycles all of the natural gas and makes power for us. I'll do that later, but we do need kilns. Actually, do we though? I think one metal refinery should be enough for this world. It'll just take a while. Let's see, what else do we need in here? We do need a glass forge for sure. Boy, I'm kind of starting to think now, do I really need some stuff here? Plastic, yes, definitely. I don't really need kilns. Rock crusher, that's what I need. Oh, but I don't have enough steel. So I guess we'll go crush up some lime over here for now. I just don't want it to get like too hot because, this whole area. Oh. Why is it so hot in here? Oh, the oil. Yeah, probably the oil. Over time, all the steam's gonna spread throughout the whole place. Just, yeah. Wow. 20 more. Because, I mean, I could use all the iron I can get for steel, for rockets, stuff like that. For the eventual trip to Chalora and Charlin. I hope there are like extra planets out there somewhere. I mean, Spaced Out was a lot of fun, but it's just like confusing and, still early on. I don't understand. I think you have to go to like those other planets to get space materials and like the new planets for the resin and stuff. But honestly, I kind of want to go back to my original world for a while, see how that all works. And because I think it said you have to like re-download the game or something. I'll check. But I want to do that for next month. So yeah, I'll look at that. We're doing really well here though. Still gonna take a long time for all of this to evaporate. But once you have the atmosphere, it's basically gonna stay there. It takes a long time for it to ever chill back down. Especially if the whole place is always active. Which the one in my main world is always active because I have batteries and a lot of stuff in there. Oh, that's Middle-ice over there. And stuff like that. Over here also, ooh, wow. Yeah, this place is doing really well. Because of all the dirt we have here. Yeah. I probably had like even more, like over 1,000 tons. And all the dirt was over here. Or, no. All the Middle-ice gets picked up through these and put into an infinite storage. Which I'm still proud of the fact that I managed to squeeze this all in. And it being a great haul still. I could just pour a door, but that would be boring. Alright, so steam's spreading. Now here's where it gets dicey. Is if you don't really have the liquid to do it. So if there's no liquid, this thing will get very hot. Because of course it conducts better in the liquid than it does in the gas. So it's dicey, but this is copper. So it'll be fine. Let's see. What does it come out at? So it comes out at around 370. Goes back in at around 240. That's actually pretty good. And then the temperature plates will help carry all of this, heat all of this up, vaporize it, boom, whole thing filled up. Now we can truly just dump whatever heat we want in here. And before I end the episode, one last printable. I'm gonna go with the plastic. This duplicate can lick a puff's backside and taste nothing. Some of these things are hilarious. Yeah, I'll take the plastic. Where would I need it the most? That's the biggest question. Probably here? Yeah, because plastic I can literally just teleport to Aurora through the transport system. Yeah, teleport system. I'd have to fly it all the way to Tapia Lara. But yeah, I think that'll probably be about it. I'll continue working on this. I need to go check to see how I can go back to my normal world, deactivate Spaced Out, see if I have to re-download it for the whole thing, back up the worlds. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. This is Enzo from Look Into Gaming, signing out.